Welcome back, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, to the super, not funny show reviews. I am Jen Thépuppét, your resident Fabricant and commenter extraordinaire on all things pop culture. And today we're going to be doing a movie review. We're reviewing The Mitchells vs. the Machines, comedy from Netflix, and of course from the Sony Animation Studios, the same people that did Into the Spider-Verse and Lord and Miller producing. So, was it good? Was it bad? And should you be watching? Stick around because I have opinions. The Mitchells vs. the Machines, brought to you by Sony Animation Studios, the same studio that brought you Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and produced by Lord and Miller, who, of course, are responsible for the Lego Movie, among other things. And this is a family-friendly, family outing movie that kind of turns a little sinister. It's all about a dysfunctional family. The young Katie, who is going off to college to film school, misunderstood by her dad, and her, her well-meaning mom, who really tries to keep everybody together, and of course, her younger brother Aaron, who's nuts for dinosaurs and just kind of he's his own special sort of person. Of course, they have a little pug named Monchi, and at the last moment, the dad decides, as a way to kind of, bond for the last minute, instead of her, Katie, flying off to school, instead they're gonna take a road trip, and it all sounds really good, except at the same time, a really stupid idea happens. A Mark Zuckerberg-ish, billionaire decides, the next best thing to having a great, awesome phone with our operating system is to have an AI-controlled robot with our operating system. And, of course, what always happens whenever they do these things, the AI, they become sentient, realize, screw these humans, we're just going to get rid of them. And they launch a ridiculously complicated program instead of just murdering people because, you know what, this is a family-friendly film. They're not going to show people getting, swatted around by AI robots. Instead, they decide to gather up every human on Earth, put them in spaceships, and launch them into space. That's their whole plan. And the only people left at the end of it are the Mitchells, and it's up to the Mitchells to save the world. But how are they going to do that? They're all dysfunctional. Katie, nobody understands me, and Dad, you're so embarrassing, and you never listen to me. And Dad's like, well, why can't you, just do something safe, because going to school and pursuing your dreams is scary, and you could fail. And the son's just like, why can't you guys just get along? And also, I'm going to miss you when I go off to school. And Mom is all like, I can't make you guys see eye to eye on each of these things. Why not? And also, why can't we be like this perfect family across the street from us that seem to do everything right? It's all that, and they have to, at the end of the day, their dysfunction keeps them from getting caught, and then they have to, sort of plan how, or stumble into saving the world. And what follows is a lot of fun hijinks and set pieces and, bonding over things just because, we're in a weird situation and all that stuff. And we find out, hey, maybe we're not so different after all. Maybe, you can exist as your own little free spirit, and maybe your dream isn't ridiculous. And hey, maybe you aren't a crappy dad that just doesn't really understand me, but maybe you understand me more than you think. It all goes along that way. There's fun stuff like a couple of the AI bots. They sort of get injured in such a way that they sort of decide to do their own thing, and they come along and join the family. They become an extended part of the family. We, of course, see why the AI, voiced pretty wonderfully by Olivia Colman, Academy Award winner Olivia Colman. We see why she decides to, abandon everything, and it's because, as a sentient being, she's kind of like feeling abandoned and lonely and taken for granted by the billionaire creator of, of the company that made her. And also, there's a lot of commentary here. Are people too married to their devices? Is there too much technology? Maybe we should just take some time to, appreciate each other. And of course, there is the all-important bit about, being what you want to be and kind of trying to break out of the boxes of whatever people want to put you in. And of course, it's all about family. It really is all about family. This movie it's lots of fun. It does a lot of the best things that movies like this will do. It's Pixar-esque. That's high praise in my opinion. It does everything right as far as the emotional impact that also comes along with the comedy and the drama and like some of the tenseness of things. There are some, things that are very silly, but also really serve to, kind of bond all the characters together. I'm not going to lie. There are about 4 or 5 bits in this movie that are tearjerkers that, on a certain level, you can really, it can really get to you and get you misty-eyed or actually make you drop tears when you realize that, the chasm between the father and the daughter, which is really at the center of this movie, is not so wide and deep as the two of them think they are, and that unfortunately it takes the end of the world to kind of bridge this gap. And maybe it's a good thing that this sort of happens because they are able to finally see and appreciate what each other is all about. And Katie's able to appreciate what her dad has done for her, and the dad's able to appreciate, hey, my dad, my daughter, she's talented. And she's got something to say, and I've just been ignoring it because I've been afraid for her. Maybe I don't have to be afraid for her. Maybe she's going to be all right. And of course, there's a lot of fun because it's animation. They can do so much action wise. They can do so much. There's a lot of what the hell, this technology seems ridiculous, but you ignore it because just the whole milieu, the entire setup of everything is just so so real in the context of what they're presenting as the Mitchells versus the machines. The machines themselves, I was literally like, well, of course we're going to put, we're going to give these robots that are supposed to be helpers and everything like that. They're supposed to be an extension of your phone. Of course we're going to give them lasers and jet boots and all that stuff. Why wouldn't we? But, what's the design choice here? Who decided that was the thing you want to do? Shouldn't you make these things a little easier to deal with? But no, instead we give them, laser that hover things and let them fly around, and they take over pretty easily. There's also gags, fun little gags, like the fact that the AIs can't deal with Manchi. They don't know how to classify it, and it screws up their programming. And then there's these ninja robots. So there's fun little spots where everybody gets to shine in this whole movie. Little Aaron, the weird little dinosaur guy, he gets to shine. Mom really shines in a Mona badassery when she turns into a super mom ninja and kicks the crap out of robots. Katie, she gets to shine. She drives stick and she's able to do obstacle courses and everything just like her dad. And the dad, of course, he figures out a plan in order to in order to help destroy the robots once and for all. And his whole little weirdness about wanting a certain type of screwdriver comes in handy. It just all works. This is probably one of the best movies I've seen this year. It's just got everything. It's got a little action, little heart. It's got a lot of heart, a little action, a little fun. It's lots of gags. It's very funny. It's very stylized. This is a home run. I wish I had seen this in the theater, to be honest. I wish this wasn't on Netflix. I would have been happy to see this in the theater. It would have really kind of blew my mind. And it's another great outing from Sony and Animation. These guys are for real. They are stepping up and they're making real good entertainment that, like I said, Pixar-like. It could have been a Pixar movie, I'm just saying. So I really enjoyed this. I think it's a great movie. It's rewatchable. It's great for the whole family. I think you all will enjoy it. All right, so that's what I thought about The Mitchells versus the Machines. What did you guys think about this movie? And what did you think about my review? Why don't you get down in the comments, let me know what you're thinking. And while you're at it, if you're not a member of the Super Not Funny Show, why don't you hit that subscribe button, join the Super Not Funny Show family, and you can also hit that notification bell. It'll let you know when we drop new content, and we do that every week. New reviews, new reactions, anything else that floats our pop culture boat, like the Super Not Funny Show Supercast, where me and my friend Lottie, we talk about superheroes in everything except comic book form, because we just love superheroes. All right, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, thanks once again for joining me on this review of The Mitchells vs. Machines. Come back next time when I review yet another movie. Until then, I have been Jen Thépuppét, your resident fabricant and commenter extraordinaire on all things pop culture. And I'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace!